So this is the second part of our snorkel fitting video. So we've done all the external bits here, and we'll put the link in the top there. If you click there, that'll show you how to do all the external bits. And we're starting on the inside. So we've got to take the airbox out, the water thing. So let me start here, undo this clip here. Now, do you want to have a go at wrestling that air intake pipe off? Right. Kate, do you want to grab a cloth and we'll stick it in the air intake pipe to stop any dust or debris getting in there later. Right, while Kate's doing that, Craig's going to undo, so you press down the little top of that connector. That's your mass airflow sensor, isn't it? We might as well disconnect all those little clips there. Okay, yeah, here you go, Kate, go on. That's alright, just to stop any nuts and bolts, but more importantly any dust or debris, especially as we're going to be drilling later at some point. That's all good. Right, now there's 3 bolts. We've got 3 bolts. Is it holding us down? Let me grab the light. So Craig's been working on that. So there's one right in the corner down there. Give it a little point for me, Craig. Yeah, there. And then if we go around this side, there's another one down in there. And is there one? Oh yeah, and there's one at the back there. So what size are they, Craig?
10mm.
10mm. You're putting your posh video voice on, Craig.
Of course.
So we'll whip those out, and that should then come out. This little air intake duct coming up to the front is bolted down there. It's bolted to it, but it looks like it's just bolted to the airbox. So I'm pretty confident that that's all just going to come out in one. How long are those bolts? Are they all the same?
Look to be. We'll have a look.
Let's have a look. Oh, those washers. Oh, they got the captive washers on. That's nice. So you ain't going to lose those. Right then, put that out the way. Right then, there's another clip there. Yep, whip that out. That's that out. Right, put that on the floor. We'll have a look at that later. So now, right, so you can now see this water bottle's in the way. So we're going to take, now this is the radiator overflow tank. So we need to undo that. There's 2 bolts here, one there and one at the top. They look like a 10 again, I'll probably whip those out. Right, and while Craig's doing that, one thing we'll have to do, this is where the air has got to go in, so we'll just, once we've done that, we'll work out how to, we'll take that bolt out there, you can see the back of that bolt there, we'll unbolt that, and then we'll come back and show you where we're at, and try and work out how it all goes together. So one thing we got in the kit was this sort of reservoir which replaces the one we've just taken out, and it actually bolts on those 2 holes down there and comes across and locates on the 2 here. Now on our car that was holding a power steering reservoir which we're just going to have to move to the side there. So we sort of moved one thing and created another problem, but I think that's all doable. And that's where we're going to be drilling through here on the inner wing. One thing we've noticed, which is good, is that the old reservoir cap off this one fits on the new stainless steel tank, which is kind of neat. So we're all ready to go. We're just going to whip this bracket off. We've removed this tube from the airbox and we've turned the airbox up on its side. Now the problem is we've got to get this rubber tube to fit on, and the diameter there is, would it fit on there directly? You could do, but it is, yeah, no, look, no, that's never going to seal, and you need a good seal. So they do supply in the kit this adapter plate, which is a nice fit on there, and it's shaped beautifully to go on here. Now it would have been nice if it just sort of slotted over. If you put it on this way, it fits real nice, the taper matches. But our luck's not in, so we're gonna, now you could, there's several options. The guy in Australia just cuts it straight off with a saw, just runs it through there. We're gonna try just putting a couple of notches and seeing if we can just squeeze what we've got left in and get it to grip that, because then it'll give it a nice bit of lateral location if it works. So we're just gonna go and put it in the vise and just cut some slots in it here. We're gonna strip it all down, take the top off, take the air filter out. In fact, do you want to do that? Do you want to do that for me, Craig? So just got those little popper clips. Pop that out, because we don't want any dust getting into the engine. So let's go and put that clean bit away somewhere, and let's go and play with this and see if we can cut a slot. So we've we've cut some slots. I don't know if you can see there around the inside rim. Yeah, you can see there around the inside rim, which allows it to fit inside the fitting supply. We're going to put some silicone between that because you can almost see air through. It's pretty good. So we're going to put some silicone around that, and then we're going to self-tapper screw through these holes into the casing with the 3 self-tappers they provided, and then that's the air box done and ready, and it's just the monster job of cutting the hole on the inside. There seem to go in easy enough. We've just put one in. Oh, he says, getting it wonky. Let's get him straight as I can. Let's just use the little cordless driver. Yeah, they bite in, and you'll see all the silicone squidging out, hopefully. It's getting them squarely. There we go. Tighten that last one up. There you go. Super sweet. There you go, that's the airbox all ready to go. So we are going to drill the hole. We had a look, and now on the Australian video he uses that mount hole as the hole, but we looked and we don't think that's quite right, so we've drilled a pilot hole just above it. We'll see, maybe he's right or wrong. And we're going to drill a hole now. We've used the 102 again. It's going to be a bit, so it's 102mm diameter. It's going to be a little bit tight getting the rubber bit through, but we'll have a go. Go on then, Craig. Let's see you start at least. Who's ringing me now? So we've removed cut a hole, and we've got the first disc of metal out, which looks something like that. It was spot welded to that inner, so you can see that inner member that we looked at in the first video. Again, be careful because you have got a bonnet release cable just up there you don't want to damage. So now we've got to work out how to drill that. What do you reckon? You're going to keep going with that hole saw, or are you going to, yeah, Craig's going to have another, keep going with the hole saw. Get that panel out and let's see if we can get the hose in. There we go, we've got the hole in, and it's not too badly lined up inside with the hole. We could have probably gone a little bit lower. We probably could have used that other hole, but if you have a look yourselves when you're doing it, you've got the reference there. It wasn't too bad to saw through. The thought of it was worse than doing it. So we're going to have a go now at cleaning that edge up, put a bit of rust protection on that edge, and then we're ready to thread the hose through. You could actually put some of that grommet strip, that sort of rubber grommet strip round it if you wanted to make a super neat job. Right, we'll get on and see if we can feed that in. To insert the tube that's going to connect the snorkel to the airbox. What we're going to do, just to make it easier to get in, we've sort of creased it like so, and we've also put some grommet strip in, if you have a little peek there. Now, let's try and do this live on video and see if it works or is a bad idea. Let's see if that grommet strip is going to stay in place as we put that in. What's that catching up? In fact, that's it in then, isn't it? Yeah. So we've just got to get under the wing now, push that out, and then that's ready to connect onto the airbox then. So we've got the Jubilee clip done up, we've fitted the pipe, we've got underneath, we've fitted the Jubilee clip. We've taken the tissue out of the feed there. It's now ready to put the airbox back in, so we're going to put the airbox, oh, is that the right bit of the airbox? Yep, that's the bit of our airbox with our new adapter fitted. We're going to fit that, put it all back together again, reconnect the airflow sensor, and we'll come and have a final look at the install. We're just bolting in the new catch tank that came with our tank. The catch tank is the water overflow, because the water tank used to be located in behind here. I actually think the Australian video, they did relocate, but their pipe was a bit different because they had a petrol. But I do think if you cut that bottom tab off, which is that one, sorry, because that's where the pump, yeah, if you cut that one off, I reckon you probably could get that into place. it would be certainly not in the same place it was originally. It would be certainly further back towards that ABS unit. But I think if your kit didn't come with this, you could make a way to fit that in the back there. So we have actually just cut that tab off, and it does fit in there, and it almost locates itself perfectly in there. So if you don't have the catch tank with your kit, I think you'll be okay. You'll better make something work for that one there. So we have completed our install. What time did you come over, Craig? 9:30. 9:30. What time are we now? Anyone got the time on them?
1:30ish.
1:30ish. So how many hours is that? Do the maths, Kate. 3-4 hours? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. So it's taken us 4 hours to install. So now we've got the new catch tank. You can see the pipe coming in into the airbox with the airbox flange. We've reconnected everything here. You can see the snorkel follows the shape of the wing. Do you want to put the bonnet down, Kate? And then I can zoom out. We've got the air intake on. We've got the bracket riveted on under there. Okay, and if I zoom back without tripping over, there we go. That's what it looks like all on. We'll put some more pictures up on the website.